In terms of renewable energy, many people think of solar and wind. That's the most famous of them, but there are many different forms of it. You can create electricity from landfill gas, you can use methane from anaerobic digesters, many others. They create green electricity. What we don't have a system for right now is saying we want to substitute some of our natural gas in the pipeline for a greener gas that might be used in my home. Some of the main barriers to renewable energy are at the national level. You've got some subsidies for fossil fuels that really create an unlevel playing field. And then you've got a history of the utilities, moving towards centralized large power plants. Now we've got a movement back towards solar, towards anaerobic digestion, towards smaller facilities located out in neighborhoods. And there's a lot of built-in barriers to that, but it's changing right now. In terms of what's going to come forward for biogas and renewable energy, one remarkable statistic is how much more biogas creates in terms of renewable energy in Germany than wind and solar. People who follow renewable energy know that Germany is famous for wind and solar, but what they don't know usually is that biogas makes up a larger percentage of what they're using to meet their renewable energy goals. In terms of what's going to happen in the future, it's a couple of different things. One is it's incentives for renewable power. It's also waste policy. I mean, how do we manage our garbage and segmenting that garbage as we do in Europe and in Canada so that organics are separate and then they can be used to create energy is a big step forward that's needed. So my conviction is that the next big thing beyond solar and wind is going to be biogas, is making use of all that organic waste that every one of us creates, whether it's orange peels or chicken scraps or whatever it might be, and my leaves and my twigs, and making some energy out of those because they are truly renewable and can be reused. So I see harvest power as the number one driver in what will be the next big thing in renewable power. One of the biggest things is when people think of anything related to trash, they have generally a negative feeling about it. Does it going to smell? All these questions, and I think there's a lack of familiarity. In Europe, really, waste energy facilities or these anaerobic digesters are welcomed into neighborhoods because people see them as part of the green energy that's going to power my future. And so there's a lot of education that's needed out there. So today, organics management is not as involved as it should be in the green communities. You've got a few towns that are talking about but have not yet started, to do pilots, to segment out that organic waste. Right now, we don't allow yard waste, twigs and leaves, into landfills. We know that that's a bad use of a landfill. Those are collected separately, but we don't segment, the food waste and things of that nature. So a number of towns are looking at it and doing it. Some of it's economic necessity. We're running out of landfills in Massachusetts. Others are saying, here's a cheap source of good green power that we should be making use of. So I think in the next few years, you're really going to see some big steps forward.